It was a totally different thing.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
Meeting will come to order.
Right.
Rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
James,
Yes, sir. Few things. First, I'd like to request a motion to approve the September supervisors report. This James or that James?
This James.
I'm sorry, Jim, I'm not Jim.
Well, you know where you're going.
Just want me to go out there.
Take it.
All right, for this month here, we actually had someone with some Arthur Jones, who is a SU and NFL football player, happened to live in Pompey, especially towards the end of his years, so that was our moment of silence.
Thank you. Okay, Jim,
Thank you. First be ask for a motion to approve the September supervisors.
I'll make a motion to accept the September supervisors report.
motion made and seconded to approve the monthly supervisor report. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed, say no. Carried.
Second, request a motion to approve the September supervisors bank reconciliation report.
I'll make a motion, we accept the bank reconciliation report.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to approve the bank reconciliation report for the supervisor. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No. Carried.
Third, I think 3 or 4 pages into your packet, there'll be budget transfers or budget modification requests. The first will be to fund higher than expected IT services. We're going to transfer $2,000 from the contingent account to account A1680.41 Central Communication Systems IT Services. The second will be to fund higher than expected cruelty fees paid to CMYS PCA. We didn't have their information last year when we were doing the budget, and the actual invoice came in higher than expected. So this will be $575 coming from contingency to A3510.41 cruelty fees.
Say we have a copy of it?
Should be, nope, it's gonna be in the packet I gave you.
Oh, okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Yep.
After the supervisor report. Nope, you're way too far. 3 or 4 pages. Next one.
There we go. Okay. I make a motion to accept the transfer of the funds from the general account to pay for the IT and the dog control.
Second it.
Motion made and seconded to approve the change for the IT cost and the cruelty fees cost. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Oh. Carried.
Next, a quick update on the budget. The tentative budget is complete. It's been provided to Nikki, the town clerk. From this point forward, we'll continue working on the budget, preliminary budget, which will be available prior to public hearing, which is scheduled at this point for November 5th, correct?
Correct.
I think we're gonna have one more budget workshop
We're gonna try.
beforehand.
Yes.
Outside of that, the 2025 budget this year, we're looking pretty good. So we had 2 budget modifications here. There'll probably be a few more between now and the end of the year, but so far we're looking fairly good. NICLAS interest is about $6,400 this month, brings the total up to $65,000 for the year. So we're looking in pretty good shape there. That's all I have this month.
Nice.
So we do have to come up with some kind of a date for that, because you're not.
I tried this morning to set a date and I got shot down twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim. Just out of curiosity, what did we have budgeted for interest from NICLAS when we did the budget last year?
Not that much. Yeah, we've exceeded it. We were thinking that rates were gonna go down more this year.
Yeah. Yep. That's good.
It's always good when it's warm.
Do,
All right, let's set a date right
Do we
now
wanna mess
before
with
we
that
get
date?
too far.
Next week. Later next week, like,
Okay, we have
next
to have enough time to get the post, it has to be
Yeah.
posted. Right?
5 days.
Yeah,
yeah, then I would say it's gonna be what, Friday, Thursday or Friday next week.
Good for me, either one.
What about Wednesday? Can we do Wednesday? Does that work?
I have to check the calendar. I'm getting there.
Which Wednesday, talking the 29th or the 20? Oh, wait.
22nd. 22nd?
22nd.
Right.
Is that good for you, Jim?
There's the 22nd, there's a town judge on it.
Okay.
On a Wednesday? Yes, yeah, he does Wednesdays, that's right.
the 23rd, are you not available?
23rd?
23rd is the heating program.
Oh, the
The open house.
walkthrough. But it's down there, isn't it? Or
The
no,
heat-
it's here.
No, it's
Yeah,
here.
it's here.
About the 4th.
Yeah, 24th, I'm not gonna be here.
Is the following week too late?
Dave's not here.
Yeah, I'm in Dallas all week.
All right.
Is everybody else around?
The only day I can't do is the 28th that week.
Actually, yeah. What about I know weekends are tough, but what about, is there any weekends at work? Like what about the 22nd?
The 22nd, is a Wednesday.
The 25th.
Oh, I'm in
Saturday.
November. Holy moly.
We can appoint the whole town.
Yeah, 25th? No,
The 25th is a Saturday.
I'm not here. Yeah. Pennsylvania.
no, yeah, but just do it the week I'm gone. Then I'll call in. I'm flying back on the 30th, so I could, 31st, well, that's that's gonna be tough.
Yeah. There's Tuesday. I'm available that week, Tuesday, 28th or 29th.
How do those look, Alma?
What's that?
How do those look? I was gonna ask an Alma. Does
Yeah, they-
28 and 29 work, Alma?
The 28th, there's nothing. The 29th, there's the DOT public hearing. So the 28th is empty.
That's the day I can't do.
That's the day that none of these guys can do.
Oh,
I-
really?
Oh, I can't do the 30th, so.
What about the 26th?
That's free.
That's a Sunday. Go after church.
With
Well, we're doing our harvest party that day,
what time?
afternoon,
So
We'll
let's
do it
do
before.
morning.
morning. I can skip church, I guess, yeah.
Okay. Jim, what about you? You got any football
No, I'm
games?
out of town that weekend.
Lacrosse?
I'm out of town that weekend.
Perfect.
25th, 26th, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, boy.
27th.
What about the 3rd?
So, yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Nothing on the 3rd.
happy day.
I can do it.
I can do it.
There you go. We have a winner.
November 3rd
3rd,
at 6:30.
Do we have to answer all our questions before the?
6:30 PM at the town hall.
The only thing that has to be set at a public hearing, that's set at the public hearing is public official salaries. Anything else in the budget can change after the public hearing until the date of adoption. Public hearing is to solicit public feedback.
So this should be quick then.
So it's not crucial that we have a workshop. It'd be good.
We can
have
have,
to.
we can have a workshop after the preliminary
I would
hearing.
not, because it would be nice to, we have to adopt the budget.
Okay.
So the 3rd.
But we're still waiting for information too. We need to have that budget workshop.
I sent you guys sent you an email from Quebec.
Yeah, I saw that, thank you.
Okay.
But the budget would be adopted, we want to adopt it at the November board meeting, which is the 11th.
Okay.
Right.
Public hearing on the 5th. So it's gonna be pretty quick there, but it's not impossible.
So that gives everybody plenty of time, plenty of notice, plenty of,
Yeah, because we're not gonna get KVAC's contract until the end of October, so
We're
it
doing
works
six
out good.
thirty, right?
Mike, can you make sure it gets posted,
Yes,
please?
6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a busy. few
Okay,
weeks.
we're all set with that.
perfect.
Hallelujah. I'll, post two different postings for the two different meetings, right?
For third, November 5th.
So
okay.
just so we're all on the same
And
page.
just someone let me know what to put on the website.
So November 3rd is a budget
Work.
workshop. November 5th is the public hearing,
Yeah.
budget public hearing.
And there's two.
Okay, I'll wait to get it from.
And the tax cap override budget hearing,
Mm,
I need the right language and everything.
right? There's two, there'll be two.
We're
public
supposed to be
hearings.
tax cap tonight.
Is that tonight?
Yeah.
All right.
The tax pack, yeah,
Say
Say
that
that
3
3
times.
times.
James.
the tax override, we're gonna talk about that tonight.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Alma?
Ask the board's acceptance of the 9/9/25 regular meeting minutes.
Okay, I'll make a motion. We accept the meeting minutes from the 9/9 town board meeting.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to accept the minutes of the regular meeting on 9/9/25. Any discussion?
Mhm.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Carried.
Asking for the board's bank reconciliation for September 25 for the tax collector and town clerk.
I'll make a motion to accept both bank reconciliations for September for town clerk and tax collector.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to accept the bank reconciliation for September 2025 for the town clerk and tax collector. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Carried.
Ask for the board's acceptance for payments of the bills.
I make a motion, we pay the bills.
I'll second that.
Motion made and seconded to pay the bills. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
I
Opposed, say no. Carried. Board officers report. Anybody have it?
Yes.
9 permits, 12 completions.
Make a motion to accept the code officer's report.
And that's some good money.
Second. I see we got a new house going. That's. the-
Yeah, that's nice.
We need a second.
I seconded it.
Motion made and seconded to accept the codes officer's report. Any discussion? Ever say aye?
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Carried. Highway superintendent's report. No BR.
No, we did send an email.
He did?
Yes.
I didn't get it.
He sent it late because we all just got it.
Would you like me to read it?
Yeah.
You want to read
I
it?
didn't get it.
Just, working in the last couple minutes, you know.
This is a quote from 360 Painting last month. Supplied you guys with a quote from Len Whittaken, and one painter came and said he didn't have time. So it's up to you guys tonight to decide. That's it.
What, so in a nutshell, what's
That's the
that?
report.
That looks like the report. So let me see if there's the quote.
We had one quote for like $10,000, if I recall.
I don't see an attached quote to you.
No, I
Dave?
don't either.
We gotta get three.
We
get
do.
3 quotes,
That we do.
yeah.
It's over the minimum.
Yeah, we can't force people. Okay, if you open up the link. Oh, wait, no, that's not quote either. Thank you for the opportunity to bid on this project. I put together a proposal for you based on your project requirements. Above, you'll see the arrows to move to the next page after reviewing the page. All right, so turn the page. Yeah, about us, core values, turn the page, workers' comp insurance, okay. Turn the page, liability insurance. All right, here we go. $4,672.09 for the front. He's got it broke down by side.
Yeah,
Right side, $2,580.82. The back, $3,156.60, for a total of $13,575.95. But that includes tax. Are we not
Right.
tax exempt?
we are tax exempt.
So we can, so it'd be 12
12,000.
anyway.
So it sounds like we still need one more.
Get with him on that when he gets
Okay.
available.
Maybe I should learn how to paint.
Okay, that's all you got on his
That's it.
report?
All we have.
All right, I want to report that he has applied for a grant with Sam. He's applied for $192,658.28 to purchase plow equipment and box for the new Volvo chassis. Hopefully we'll get that approved. I'll start pushing them within a week or so and see what's going on. See if we can get that approved. And I'm pleased to report the oil and water separator has been installed right over here. So we are in compliance finally. That was a long time coming,
But we're there.
pardon me.
I said, but we're there and we're DEC compliant.
Yes.
Happy day.
Town councilors report. Anybody have anything?
Tom, I have a quick comment. I got an email that the star exemption information on our website may be like 5 years old. Is that a possibility? Does anybody know? And they were just saying we might need to update that. I don't know myself. I just got the email, but if it is not updated and there is updated information, we should probably update that on the website.
If there's a new form, there might not be one. But we should probably look at that.
We'll look into that, Bill.
I'm getting to an age where I need to take these things into consideration.
I want to highlight that they're doing, if on the website, they can find there's the pumpkin carving contest. Well, in motion, I figure I'd at least bring that up that, people can submit it. I know it's on the website and on the Facebook page, but there's definitely someone's interested in doing creative carving and submitting it. There's a contest going on for it.
Good news, good news.
I think that's on the website too, plus it's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just figured I'd highlight it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the only thing I wanted to add, I know the speed continues to be a big issue. Ron and I were talking about it, this week. I think there was another accident. Unfortunately, you're probably gonna talk about it. Same general area as the last one. The speed thing really is a big problem. Tom's been spending a ton of time working on trying to get the speed reduced, trying to get people to be more aware on Sweet Road, Broadfield, Henneberry, all those. So still continues to be a problem, still working on it. The second thing I wanted to mention is I want to say congratulations to the Smith Chicken Ranch. They had a really, really nice 50th anniversary celebration. that they had opened to the public. It was awesome. They had tractors, they had trucks, they had wagon rides, talked about the ag process. It was really great. And want to thank them for doing that and say congratulations on 50 years.
Anybody else? Okay, supervisor's report. Jim already updated us on the budget process and on the public hearing on November 5th, so we'll forget about that. We need a resolution to reappoint Brian Fitz for another 6-year term as the assessor for the town of Pompey, effective September 1st, 2025. We should have done.
Can I just make a
we didn't.
motion? Can I just make a motion to reappoint Brian Fitz as the assessor for the town of Pompey? Starting retroactive September 1st, 2025.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to reappoint Brian Fitz for a 6-year term as the assessor for the town of Pompey, effective September 1st, 2025. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say
Aye.
carried. We need a resolution to approve expenditures for enhanced patrol services through Onondaga County Sheriff Office. The plan is to put more patrols on Hannaberry, Sweet, and Route 91. Try to slow the traffic down. It's a major issue in the town. People are up in arms about the speeds. And we gotta get it reduced. The only way we're gonna do it is through enforcement.
And that's what I've heard the most is it's more about getting people down to at least the speed limit than it is even lowering the speed limit, but.
Well, if it's 55, they're gonna drive 70, which they do.
They won't if there's a cop sitting there.
If we're friendly, you'll get them. You know who they're gonna get, don't you? Local people going to work.
Right.
Well, if we go back to Ticket Tuesdays, they'll know that it's on Tuesdays.
Drive especially slow on Tuesdays.
No, locals are the ones that are complaining. so
Yeah, I mean,
They can be abiding,
it-
so.
It's a double-edged sword. You know, the bottom line is the safety of the overall community, and if we're not following the law, I'm sure we're gonna get to have a nice conversation.
Too bad we have to pay. extra
Hopefully they
for
do.
Well, we gotta make a
Well,
motion for
that.
that, right?
Okay, so
We do.
just to be clear, the cost factor in this, we need to make that clear upfront how much this is gonna cost.
Do we know?
Do we have a-
How many extra patrols?
It's gonna go, well, it'll be up to us, how many separate patrols we want, what time, what days, what time of day, and how many you want at $93 an hour.
At 4 hours, for a 4-hour minimum,
Mhm.
4-hour minimum, $93 an hour, so $400. Just roughly
Once a week?
twice a month. You're 800. So November, December. $2,000-ish,
That's just till the end of this
just to
year.
the end of this year.
We had put in put it somewhere, it was gonna, between what we paid here plus the road stuff, it was gonna come to like 33 grand or something like that for the sheriff's line item. With all the extra stuff.
Up, it said up to 33,000, but it's up to us what we asked for.
Right. But last year, just remember, last year we did the budget, we cut it in half
Right.
because there was a different plan that we thought was gonna be put in place.
Cause we couldn't find anybody that wanted to patrol
Right.
out here. So
We gotta slow them down.
I agree.
We gotta slow them down.
I almost got ran over the other day.
So you're taking every other week?
I think we should do it every week. At least one day a week. Every week.
Okay? One day a week for every week. Starting. I don't know.
Starting next week.
Okay, so let's see how many weeks that is.
And do we currently have it in our budget? To
We'll have to
cover,
address that. Probably see the budget next month.
Yeah.
We are budgeted, but that was based on last year and just didn't have,
Right.
didn't have the manpower to staff it.
That's all we know already.
So basically 11 weeks between now and the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
11,
4,400 bucks.
and
is
we're
what we're talking
already,
about.
and nobody wants it more than I do, but just so you know, we're over
There's-
budget already.
Yeah, there's money in contingency.
In-
And there's
in-
fund
Okay.
balance, there's places to.
We're over in that one specific line item, but we can make another budget transfer based on what we just had to do.
Yeah, that's not.
You all right with that, Diane?
I think we should try it for a few weeks and see what kind of response there is and make sure that our judges are on board to actually. You know, maybe we can get some income from the tickets and. From convictions, you know,
Yeah, well, yeah.
to help
So
offset the cost.
James, anything?
No, I'm just trying to, I think we probably should say we're doing it for an X amount of time, so we don't, then we can revisit it to see if we continue or cut it back to less often.
So
Just to keep the money, in check, so we know how much we're.
I think we'll have a better idea after our next workshop too, what things are looking
carry
like.
forward. So what if we made a motion that said something like, we'd like to authorize up to 4,400 bucks from now to the end of the year for speed enforcement throughout the specific area of concern, modified based on feedback and need.
I'll second that.
You want me to repeat all that?
No,
No,
we're good.
Motion made. Seconded to what Dave said. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Oh. That's carried.
All right.
Little, so once you get into winter time, it's gonna slow down
By
some
default,
anyway, so.
hopefully.
Just so I know, I have to do the budget transfer next month, 4,400 bucks on top of, this is gonna be on top of what we're already paying. Correct?
Correct.
we'll have to reevaluate the budget.
Yeah, and
Chris.
I think it's open for discussion every
Yeah,
month.
we certainly
maybe.
can't afford to do that all year.
No.
I
No, but
wouldn't think.
at the very least, hopefully it helps send a message to some folks that are driving too fast all the time.
Okay, I need a resolution to accept the CNY SPCA contract for 2026 for $2,268.
What was it last year? SPCA?
There's two components to it, right? There's the cruelty fee and then the enforcement.
This says here, this says all services. I don't know if cruelty's in that or out of that.
Prevention of cruelty to animals. I don't know how much they do for us, really.
Well, I think they're the folks that we call whenever there's a real problem.
That was very close to what we paid this year.
Okay.
Okay,
Here's the
thank you.
on
All right.
page 1, down below, fees and payment.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be inside, another page right there, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, both of those, so the 5,386 and the cruelty fee, the number on the first page are very close to what we paid for 25,
Okay.
slightly higher.
So we need a motion to cover both of those amounts?
Yep.
All right, so I'll make a motion, we put in the budget for next year.
Well, this, I think we're accepting the agreement with them.
Oh,
This is just accepting the contract, Dave.
okay. Then I make a motion, we accept the contract for fiscal year 26 for Central New York SPCA.
Second,
Motion made and seconded to accept the contract for CNY SPCA for 2026. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Carried.
No,
We can have it.
Tax. Override. Tax cap override. Let me read the whole thing.
Oh, you have it in your hand?
Huh?
Yes.
See it yet?
Onondaga State of New York, met in regular session at the Town Hall of Town of Pompey, located in 8354 US Route 20 Manly, it's the County of Onondaga, on the 5th day of November 2025 at 6:30. Hasn't even happened yet. The meeting was also, what is all this? This is for the final budget meeting.
This should be
Did we agree to do the tax cap at that open hearing?
should be for this meeting.
We can't do that now.
Tax cap we can do today.
What did you publish?
I don't know what was published. That would have been Nikki.
Well, it should have been dated today.
Well, I know I sent multiple messages out to make sure it got posted for tonight, but
It's gotta be changed.
whether we have to resubmit.
It's supposed to be for tonight, but I
We
don't.
gotta change the date to today.
Or we have to modify the,
But if there's not, if it hasn't been posted, it can't be done
Dave's
today.
checking.
No, I'm,
Oh, I thought you were checking.
I have no way of knowing what Nikki posted or published. So in light of that, I don't think you can move forward on that right now.
Yeah.
Without,
Can we repost it for November 5th and then we can leave the paperwork alone?
Yeah, so we'll have to.
Yeah, well-
That's still legal.
yeah, we gotta confirm what was posted. If you have to, then you have to do it on November 5th.
Okay, we'll hold off on that.
You guys continue. I'm gonna see if I can find anything.
I don't see it on the web.
We put postings out on the
No.
bulletin board. Do you want me to go see if it's out there?
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, we don't have any confirmation whether it was sent to the news media. I can't sit here and
I don't.
Right.
guess at that.
I'm looking online, it's not posted online.
Yeah, it's
All
not.
right, so,
I did send multiple messages out to make sure that got.
yeah, so I don't, you can't move, I don't.
All right, so I think we need to move it to November 5th then.
As long as it's done before the budget is
We
passed.
can do it before the hearing. Can we do the tax
Yeah.
cap before the hearing and then,
Budget is gonna be passed November 11th or 12th, whatever.
right,
So as long as it's done before that.
Which we could do on the 5th.
Fifth.
But
so can we post to do the tax cap part
Override on the.
prior to the open hearing for the preliminary budget? Thank you, Alma.
Okay, we'll move on from that. Update on grant writing. I met with a company last, on October 7th. Millennium Strategies LLC in Nanuet, New York, was referred to me to do the grant writing for the town of Pompey. The annual fee is $5,000. And then on top of that, they charge $150 an hour to take care of the grant. Seems real steep to me.
Yeah.
Who's it again?
Millennium Strategies LLC. I have all of their information right here. I have the quote. I think it's way out of line.
So it was 5,000.
$5,000 annual fee
Hourly rate.
plus an hourly rate to tell us if we're gonna be eligible for whatever grant that's out there. And they have a list of about 100 towns they do business with. But none of them in this area. So I think that's way out of line.
Tom, did they guarantee any kind of success rate or any kind of hit rate or? Are they looking for a success fee when they do secure a grant or anything?
No, they did not.
So this is just a fee, and if there, doesn't matter if they're successful or if they don't do anything, they still have to be paid.
Right.
So it doesn't sound quite as.
I think we keep looking.
I have a meeting on Friday at 2 o'clock with Barton and Logudis grant writers. Loguidice. Barton
Yeah.
and Logudis.
The Judas, yeah.
Logudis. Okay. And they're local, and he's gonna meet with us Friday, and we'll see what he's got to offer. And I'm still looking for another one.
Good idea.
Okay, Main Street funding. I got a request from Pompey Club for his last request, $20,000, which will take care of his project complete. So that is done. JMS Services project will be completed by the end of October for $20,550. So that will be done. And Noxie's Pub has withdrawn their application for 2025. They had applied for $105,880. And they told me just the other day that they were not gonna follow through. So I don't know if that Mike LaFleur will allow them to be extended for next year or not. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out. He wasn't sure himself. So I'll find out about that next week. So that will be done. Sam Grant update. I told you under superintendent's report that DR had applied for $192,000 grant. And the oil and water separator is in. It should be completed by tomorrow, and then we'll apply for reimbursement on that cost. It's going to be around $50,000. We still have $70,000 left from our last SAM grant. So we still got money in the kitty. So he's got, don't worry, he's got ways to spend it. So we'll take care of that. Okay. NYSERDA grant. John, you got an update for us?
No change from last month. Looking to formally bid at the end of February, mid-February, and probably award sometime in April.
Okay. That's for the insulation for the east wing.
East addition, right, of the highway garage.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, speed limits on Route 91. I've been dealing with New York State DOT. Our regional director, he has accepted our application to have the speed limit reduced from 55 to 45 from Pompey Hill, where it turns to 55 to the Lafayette line. And now they're going to do a survey. They're going to check for number of vehicles that travel the road daily. They're going to do a crash survey and a speed survey before they make their determination. And I said, how long does that take? He said, average about 12 months. So in about 12 months, we'll hear if they accept our application to lower the speed limits down. I went through the county DOT regarding Sweet and Henneberry roads, and they pretty much told me the same thing. They accepted my application, but they're going to do a crash study, they're going to do a speed study, and a number of vehicle study, and they'll get back to us in about 12 months. And then if they approve it, then they have to go to the state for their approval. But he said, once they approve it, the state normally goes along. Okay. So hopefully in 12 months, we'll hear whether they reduce the speed limits or not. I knew it was going to be an uphill battle, but we got to try. We got to get the speed limits down. We got to get the speeders down. It's crazy. That's all I have.
Okay.
You guys got anything else?
I do not.
Public comments?
Caroline?
Dave, this is a question for you. I've got some customers that come into my restaurant and they asked me, what do they have to do if they're between all homes that are agricultural and they're not zoned agricultural? And what I think could have happened years ago, like I got it in the mail and said, you want to opt out of still being in agricultural zoning. Of course, I kept mine. What is the process of somebody? Do we have, I know we don't have a zoning board, or not a zoning board, but a codes officer group that meets, like, who would they have to see to get that change to ag?
Well, I can help you on the procedural side. I can't give legal advice to.
No, the procedure, that's what.
But I think your first start is that you need to go to the planning board,
Okay,
which meets monthly.
okay,
And the process there, but I would also probably, from a practical standpoint, start with a conversation with the code enforcement officer and ask that question. Because I think it's certainly not, it certainly doesn't start with this board, it starts with the planning board.
that's what I thought. And that everybody around them is agriculture, they're the only ones that aren't, it's kind of,
Yeah,
out of place.
I don't know I'm
Yeah.
not familiar with the history of it, but I would start with code enforcement officer and the planning board.
Okay, thank you.
Your best bet.
Okay, and I just have one more thing to say. You guys were talking about speed limits. I don't know if you know, but in 2020, we were in a bad accident on Route 20. Or not, excuse me, on Sweet Road. A gentleman from Sylvan Beach area wasn't familiar the roads of Pompey, and on Gates Road, he was driving and he did not see the stop sign. And he barreled through. It's more than just speeding, because I live on Pompey Center and I hear all the time, we didn't even see that stop sign. You don't, I mean, it's not just speeding, it's letting people know blind area, curb ahead, blinking lights to let icy roads. You agree, right, Diana? It's just not speeding. Because the guy that hit us, I mean, he wasn't going 90 miles an hour. And then he T-boned us. So I think that's an issue, maybe with signage or letting people know. Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
lights on that intersection.
Deborah.
Deborah Grenier, 2010 Cemetery Road. I was at the budget workshop and I just wanted to know, like, when it moved to, I didn't hear it voted on to be moved to tentative status. There wasn't a public vote, there wasn't public comment, just wondering about that. Also, I believe it's a 7.5% increase to taxpayers in the budget. Is that correct? Does that sound right to you? Okay, so that's a 7.5% increase. And you had like a note, you had a special session for personnel. I just wonder if there's any notices of claim against the town for any former employees? I don't know if that's
That
illegal.
would be confidential even if there was, wouldn't it? I don't even know what you're referring
The
to.
notice of claim, no, I don't think a notice of claim is confidential. I don't,
Just wondering.
as
why-
I sit here, I'm certainly not aware of any.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, but I'm not aware of any notices of claim that have been brought to my attention, but if anybody else, I would think I would know about it, but.
Yeah, I was just wondering, because we weren't, we never got public comment during that budget workshop, and I think you're supposed to allow public comment, but it must have been voted on, but it wasn't voted publicly to move it forward to tentative status, so, and there hasn't been any other budget workshops. So I'm just wondering how that happened. In light of all this and, it's clear there needs to be a little more oversight here. I'm asking for, once again, to the Republicans that are now running the town board. In the past, I've asked the Democrat leadership, I'm asking for an audit, a financial audit by the New York State Controllers. Recommends conducting an audit as a key fiscal responsibility of a town governing board. And there's never been an audit, a financial audit of our town records. And I think that it's high time for that to happen. Audit process is an integral part of the local government system. And it's a system of checks and balances that the public really has the right to know how the public funds are being spent and just making sure everything's in line. And there shouldn't be anyone, afraid of it. It's just part of conducting business. And it's never been done in Pompey. So again, I'm asking, and I'm not the only one who's asked, other people have asked in the past for a financial audit, and I know we have some accountants here, on board too. And I think they could agree that a financial audit is an important part of the oversight process, that taxpayers have a right to expect how, oversight of how public funds are used, and a financial audit would be appropriate. There's been excuses before, we don't have enough money for that, but I see, you can find money. And we had ARPA money, a lot of money that we didn't know how to use, and that didn't, even though I asked, it wasn't used for that. So, guess that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Lisa?
I have some ideas that I wanted to throw out since the budget is a hot topic. And Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, but any monies collected for fines of speeders on these roads that we're talking about is going to go to the state. It won't
Yeah,
stay here unless there's a local speed zone, correct?
Yeah, I think the majority of it goes to the state. There may be, and I'm not professing to be an expert at
No.
it, but I think there's a small fraction that might come back to the town.
Yeah,
You
we
might
might,
know that better.
I don't know.
Enough to offset,
Yeah.
yeah.
It might
So-
be 8 or 10,000 a year, maybe. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
how much it is, but it's not a lot.
Sort of the speaking.
Is it possible, and would it cut down on that time frame, that year time frame, to implement a town speed limit through code enforcement? Would that be more beneficial, monetarily beneficial? And I get that it's gonna be the townspeople that are getting caught, but it's also the townspeople that are paying the fines that comes back to the town.
Town has no authority to change the speed limit,
The,
even on town roads.
that's absolutely true. What, about a year ago, there was a question as to what the process would be. It didn't go anywhere. It was when Mark Nardella was the supervisor. It's, you can well imagine, we started to look into it and then we're told to stop. But you can well imagine that the state makes it exceptionally difficult to cut them out of the loop. There is a way, and it depends on, the population of the town, and I'm just going
Yeah.
from a year and a half ago recollection. It is not an easy process. There is a way, under certain circumstances, that you can pass a local ordinance where more of the money comes to the town.
Mhm.
But again,
And that's what I was,
yeah, I mean, I
That's
think
right.
that was a topic of discussion a year and a half ago. We never fleshed that out. And I don't know if Mark made that decision because it was a very unwieldy process, because again, the state recognizes that it's getting cut out of the loop, so
Yeah.
they're not gonna make it easy for the towns to do that, but it is certainly something that is out there.
and I just didn't know if that would cut down on that year time.
Are you also referring to the resident that said they spoke with Rachel May and there was gonna be a new law where the town could arbitrarily set a speed limit? Is that
No,
correlated?
no, I don't remember.
What?
And on top of that, Hanoveri and Sweet are county roads.
Mhm.
91 is a state road.
I thought for some reason that a town can put into effect a town speed limit.
Right. And that's what she was referring to. And from the
So-
research that we did, Rachel May introduced something. They said it was not her personally, but I think it was introduced, but it didn't go anywhere, as David said.
Okay,
And even there was a little proposed somewhere, but never even moved past.
all right. And then I also wanted to just let the Republican leadership on this board know about the recent Facebook pages. I don't know who has control over the local Republican committee Facebook pages, and there seems to be 2 or 3 of them. But in particular, the one where James and Dave, your campaigns are out there. Someone has posted something about the legal fees in this town rising due to the lawsuit against Heritage Hill, and it has created a lot of questions and animosity, and I just want to put a couple ideas out there.
Sure.
I don't know if you're part of that Facebook page, but maybe explaining that while legal costs are rising, it's not solely due to the appeal that's on the table, and that there's about a week and a half left that the meat processing plant lawsuit against the town could be put to rest if the applicant wanted to be a hero and just pull his application.
Right.
That would save the taxpayers enough money to get the sheriff's department up here for the speed limit enforcement for the rest of the year.
That's it.
I mean. I wasn't planning, I didn't sign up, apologies. Dan, Mike Lav, I think you all know me to some extent. So first off, I'd like to say thank you. I really do appreciate the fact that enforcement has been part of the dialogue with the speeding issue. You know, personally, I agree with what you said, right? I mean, the issue isn't so much the speed limits in the town. The issue is they're ignored. And there has not been enforcement, traffic enforcement in this town in quite some time. I remember when I first moved to the town, we were building our house. It was very rare to go 2 or 3 days without seeing a police officer on Sweet Road. It was very, very, very common to see, you know, and that kept things in check. And so I think it's a good thing that we're acknowledging. I mean, you know, we can set the speed limits at 5 miles an hour and doesn't mean jack if people are doing 80, right? So I'm glad that's part of the dialogue and I do appreciate that. So I wanted to thank you guys for talking about that. I understand the concern about nabbing local people and having people come up here, you know, you're darned if you do, darned if you don't. You know, there are some ways around that, right? If you're worried about getting people going to work or coming from work, and we can set the hours when it's patrolled, let's not patrol during morning rush hour and evening rush hour. You know, maybe we can figure out what times are of most concern. You know, if we want to nab out of town people, there are times that we can set the patrols that would be most effective for that. Now, I'm not sure we want to do that, right? I mean, the idea is to reduce it across the board.
Right.
Just saying, since that was voiced as a concern. So.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Anybody on Zoom, Veronica?
Nope.
If there's no other business to come before the town, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Okay, second.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn. Motion seconded.
Motion made and seconded, we adjourn.
Thanks.
Meeting's adjourned.
All right, thank you.